everybody, welcome back. If you're new here, hi, my name is Mel. Thank you so much for stopping by. So if you probably saw the title, I thought, you know what, I'm going to throw a video together where I'm actually using some of the products that I bought in that Sephora haul. They just have been sitting there and I've been really wanting to try it. And then I also have a couple of drugstore products thrown in here as well. So that is what we are doing today. But first, before we get into the video, one thing I do want to say is thank you so much. I honestly have the best viewers on YouTube. I was so blown away by how generous you guys were last week when I told you about everything that was going on with my weather here and the devastation that's happening. And it has subsided a little bit now. Actually, this morning we got snow of all things. We had some snow. Nothing really accumulated in my area, but it was just like, oh my goodness, are you kidding me? But all of those storms have gone through. We're, just kind of, from what I understand, it should just be a little bit of normal, if we call it normal rain, if we get some over the next week or so. I just want to say how thankful I am for you guys. Like, you are so supportive, and all the comments you were leaving me, I was so touched. I was just blown away. It took me a little bit to get through all the comments, but I got through everybody, and I just want to say thank you so much for reaching out, and that really meant a lot to me, how concerned you guys were, and just sending prayers. I'm just thankful for each and every one of you, so thank you so, so much. So without further ado, let's get into it. All right, so we're just going to get right into it. A couple things that I've put on my face before I came on camera, because I didn't really have anything new, was like my eyebrows. So I went in with my Covergirl Easy Breezy Brow Micro Define Eyebrow Pencil, and this one is in the shade Rich Brown. And then my lips, if they're really red right now, it's because I have the Buxom Plump Shot Collagen Infused Lip Serum. Always put that on before I apply my makeup, and it just kind of gives me that plumpy effect on my lips. So I ended up buying a few more additional products on top of my haul that I did of Sephora products. And there's also some drugstore ones that I'm going to throw in here as well, just to kind of mix things up a little bit. So one of the things that I bought that I didn't include in my original haul was I picked up the Fenty Beauty Pro Filter Hydrating Primer. So this one, from what I saw other people using it, it's supposed to be very good in hydrating. It makes your makeup last all day, like your foundation last all day. So I thought, well, let's give it a try. So I just picked up like a little trial size. So it is 15 mils or 0.5 fluid ounces. But I wanted a very hydrating primer today with the foundation that I'm going to be using. It does feel very lightweight, so I like that. It absorbs really nicely into the skin. It doesn't really have like a scent at all. I think this would be good for like normal dry skin, combination skin. It's really giving me like a silky smooth feel. That's very nice. All right, so I'm liking the primer, very nice. So I am going to go in with the foundation. I'm not going to spend a lot of time on it just because I did a review on this, but I wanted to use this foundation with the primer today. Now I have used this a couple of times this week, really did like it still, and I used it with a couple of different primers, but I didn't use it with this primer. I think if you have very dry skin, a hydrating primer with this is very good. I'm not going to say, I had a couple of viewers asking me like, how did it feel after like a few hours on your skin? And you know what, it still was very comfortable on my skin. It didn't feel like overly drying. It still gave me like a hydrated look, even without the assistance of a primer. And I'll link this video down below if you didn't get a chance to watch it. It was a first impression. And I'm just going to take a sponge today and blend it all in. Okay, so this is with the foundation all blended in. I think it looks very nice. It still is giving me more of a hydrated appearance. I brought you guys a little bit closer in because I could see that you're like way far off in the distance. So I let me bring you back closer in here and see just how it's leaving me hydrated with that primer. I think it looks very, very nice. I think that primer has really helped it. So we'll keep an eye on that throughout the tutorial here. Then I was very, very pleasantly surprised to see that there was a new concealer. You know I love concealers. It's a brand that I used to like their original concealer, and I'm not sure if they stopped making it or whatever, but I picked up, and I didn't even know this was coming out. I just happened to see it one day. It's the Elizabeth Arden. This is the Flawless Finish Skin Caring Concealer. Now, I used to, this is like my holy grail. Before I started using that Lancome Tint Ardell, this was my holy grail concealer. It's the Elizabeth Arden Ceramide Lift and Firm Concealer. That one. But I was super excited to see that there was a new concealer because I love trying new concealers. I'm always looking for one that's going to take away all of, you know, these dark circles I have. And what this one says is it has like hyaluronic acid in it. It has vitamin C, vitamin E. It's supposed to be very nourishing under the eye. So I was all over that. I have this one in the shade, it's just a number, it's 245. So 245 is light medium shade. Now the claims are it's supposed to be very long wearing. It's supposed to leave the under eye like really moisturized under there, which I really, really like that. I like my under eyes looking more on the hydrated side. And it also claims it's an ultra light concealer and it's not supposed to settle like into your fine lines and wrinkles. So we'll see how that goes. I'm not going to do like a wear test or anything like that, but what I'll do is in my description box at the end of the night, I will let you guys know how it wore throughout the rest of the day. A little bit, it's kind of a different wand. It is kind of like a doe foot applicator, but it's a more of a wider brush head. And I'm just going to put it where I actually need it, right in that dark area. And I'm going to take it right up because I have darkness that goes right up into my eye there. And then I'm also going to use it as a bit of a primer on my eye today just because I forgot to bring in my actual eye shadow primer. And we're going to go like that, kind of give that lifting effect. And then I'm very excited today because I am going to finally be using some of the Angie Hot and Flashy BK Beauty brushes. So this one I have not used yet. All of the whole set, I haven't used them at all. I've been wanting to wait to use them in a video. So this is the A506 and this is a concealer brush. And what they did is they made it like the foundation brush, which is my absolute favorite foundation brush, which is this one here. So this, they made a little baby version for a concealer. So I thought that was just genius. Oh, it's very soft, like the bristles are very soft. She designed all the brushes so that they're not tugging on our mature eyes. So that's the one side blended in. I think it's done a fairly decent job. I'm not sure if it's actually as good as the original one because I know this original one used to really hide that pigmentation. I can still see ever so slightly a little bit poking through on that eye. It does look very hydrated, like I'm actually getting a little bit of a sheen off of like the lights here. So it is very hydrating. I do like that. And it's not settling as far as I can see right now. And this brush, wow, it did an amazing job of blending that all in. And they are so soft, like the bristles are so soft. I knew I would like it. I guess I love the foundation brush, so I just knew I was just going to love this. I'm just going to take my sponge now and make sure everything is blended in. But I think the concealer did a good job. So far, so good. I'm not going to say it's full coverage. It is more like a light medium coverage. So if you don't have a bunch of dark circles, like dark pigmentation under your eyes, this would be really good for you. The only thing that I will try next time, I didn't want to do it on this video because I wanted to see how it was going to work, is I would use a color corrector under like my Pixie color corrector under my eye. But I think without it having assistance, I think it's done a nice job. And then I'm just going to use a little bit of powder on my face. I don't want to use a lot. I'm going to go in with the Charlotte Tilbury, the Airbrush Flawless Finish Skin Perfecting Powder. I have this in the shade number 2. And I'm just going to go in with my BK Beauty. This is the 104 powder brush. And I just want to put a little bit on my nose just to kind of set the area. Now I contemplated what eyeshadow palette to use today. I have a few new ones that I picked up, but I really was interested to use this one here, the Tarte Salt Life palette. And I did have this one in my haul video. I love how it's like a circular palette and inside are just some gorgeous shades. So we're gonna kind of do like I guess a plum kind of look today. Okay, so we're gonna go in with this shade right here. I believe it's called R&R. And I'm gonna use that one as my transition shade. The only thing it would have been nice if it had it like a mirror, but that's okay. We'll work with what we got here. From when I've used other Tarte palettes, they are very pigmented. and the colors are really like a rich color and they blend easily. I'm not getting any fallout, so that's good. Just make sure you always tap off your brush. And I take it right from my eyelid all the way up to my eyebrow. I'm going to go in with this shade right here. It's like a really deep plum shade. It's called De-Stress, but oh my goodness, you guys, these are so buttery. That's the shade right there. They are so, so buttery. And I'm going to use the Angie Hot and Flashy A501 brush, and this is a lid shader brush. I'm just going to put that all over the lid. Wow, even this one is a really soft brush. These are soft. Oh my goodness. Yeah, that's a really nice shade. I like that. It's not too bold. Like I'm not, if you've watched me before, you know, I don't like really bold colors, and that's just not me. I like to stick to more neutrals, but that's a really nice, I'm going to say like a plum, darkish brown kind of shade. And then I want to deepen up that outer V area. So I'm going to go in with this one right here, and it's called Chill Out. And I'm going to use the Angie Hot and Flashy, of course, A502. This is a crease shader brush. And again, I'm just going to dip my brush in that. And I'm going to concentrate it right along the crease area. So I'm taking it right into the crease, and then I'm taking it right along the V area, right on the end. That's nice. It's just deepened it up ever so slightly just on this outer part. And I just want to blend everything together. So I'm going to go in with the A503. This is just a blending brush. Just make sure that there's no harsh lines at all and everything looks blended. So we're going to go in with this one right here. It's called Carefree. And I'm going to use the 505, A505. This is an actual shimmer brush. And I'm going to just pack it on the center for now. Oh yeah, that does a nice job. It's putting... Sometimes with a brush, it's really hard to put the shimmer shade on. And a lot of times I just use my finger. But this is actually doing a nice job. I just put that right on my, just on the center of my mobile lid. Sometimes you can put it right in the like inner corner part of your lid if you want, so you can see that. And then before I put any shadows underneath my eyes, I just wanted to show you that this is, I haven't touched it at all. There's no creasing going on under my eyes from that concealer. So I think that's fantastic. I love it when concealers don't do any creasing, and I haven't even used my little concealer hack at all. So I'm just going for doing my, like under my eyes, I'm going to take just a couple of the shades that I used already. I'm using the BK Beauty 204 Smudge It brush, which is fantastic if you are like me and you like putting eyeshadow under your eye. This does a fabulous job. And then I picked up two new eyeliners, and I have never used the Sephora brand eyeliners before, but because they had, during the VIP sale, they had 30% off all Sephora. But I picked up the shade, just give me a second, we'll see what the shade is with my glasses on. That's a lot better. This is Matte Brown Black, and then this one is Matte Charcoal. So we're going to go in with the Matte Brown Black today, and this is a retractable eyeliner, and it's also waterproof. So this should be very, very good for doing my tight lining. Okay, so it's very pigmented. Like it's depositing the shade really well. Like I just took me a couple swipes. So I just took the pencil, I did my top line, and then I want to diffuse the color a little bit so it doesn't look as harsh. So I go in with the 208. This is just like a precision angled brush. And to soften that line up, I'm just going to drag it along the top here. And then I can also create, because it's that nice angle on it, I take that and just kind of create a little baby wing. The pencil is very, very soft. One thing with waterproof eyeliners is just work really quickly with them because they can dry down. But I do like how it is more of a matte formula. I think that's done a nice job. And it did a great job of tight lining. See how that just is a little bit softer than originally when I just put the line on. All right, we're going to revisit this mascara again because I did enjoy how well it worked on my lashes last time. And the only thing I did notice, because I've used it a few times since my original first impression on it, is at the end of the day, now keep in mind, this was like 12 hours I probably had it on. By the end of the night, it had just ever so slightly a few little flecks under my eyes, but what it didn't do was smudge. Like there was no smudging under my eyes. So I really did like that part of it. And I liked how it just volumized my lashes. So this is the Rare Beauty, the Perfect Strokes Mascara Volume Universal. Love the packaging on all her products. And I have this one in the shade black. I think it only comes in black. But this was the one where I didn't like the handle because I have the trial size of it. I think next time I will repurchase this because I do enjoy it. So, but the next time I repurchase it, I will definitely get the full size where I get the full size handle. But the formulation is really nice. I do like it. And it does make my lashes appear more volumized. Because I told you guys that before. Like I do prefer, if I can, buy like a mini size or a trial size. If you're unsure of the product, like that's what I did with the Fenty Primer, right? That's a little sample size as well. And I just think it gives you the opportunity to try something out without committing like a huge amount of money to something. And then if it turns out that you don't like it, at least it wasn't a big investment. Now I'll show you guys what it looks like now. I am going to throw on some lashes because I picked up a new type of lash, which I really want to try out. You know I love my lashes. But it's done a really nice job. I do like how it has volumized and separated the lashes, given them some length, and it's not clumping at all. I really, really enjoy that. I don't like mascaras that get my lashes all clumpy. And I'm going to go off camera, do my lashes. But I did pick up, it's Ardell, just like natural lashes. I do prefer, like if it's a natural lash, if I can. And these are in the 110. So I like how they're like a really wispy. And I liked how it has, this was a bonus pack. So there was actually 5 lashes and then you get a 6th one free. So I'm going to quickly go off camera, do my lashes, and I will be back in a second. Okay, so lashes are on. Finished off the bottom lash line with the mascara. So next we're going to go in with bronzer, and I have the Buxom Staycation Vibes Primer Infused Bronzer. I have this one in the shade Rooftop Tan. I love how the packaging is just very sleek and beautiful. That is gorgeous. I love the design on it. Isn't that just beautiful? Oh my goodness. So we're going to go in with the BK Beauty 103. This is the bronzer brush. And I'm just going to swirl the brush in there. I think if you're wanting to invest in brushes, I highly recommend BK Beauty. They are just the most luxurious brushes, but at a more affordable price. Okay, so I'm glad I picked this shade because it is like a really nice warm shade. And it blended really well. And I just take it along my forehead as well. All the usual things I do with my bronzer. You've seen it a million times. All right, that definitely warmed up my complexion. One other thing I was going to tell you, I'm not sure if you follow Lisa J, who is the founder of BK Beauty, and she had mentioned in her Instagram, and also BK Beauty, if you follow them on their Instagram, they had mentioned how even Vogue magazine was featuring their brushes. So that is why I say when they're a phenomenal brush, the whole collection, whether you get the core collection of all the regular BK Beauty brushes or the new edition, which is the Angie Hot and Flashy line, they're fantastic. So I was so happy for her when I saw that like Vogue magazine was featuring their brushes. I think that's fantastic. All right, the blush I'm going to try today, I had again picked this up when I picked up a few other Catrice products, and this one intrigued me because I had heard good things about the blushes, so I wanted to try it. It is a waterproof and sweat proof type, and this is in the shade Nude Peach because I like, you know, those nudie peachy shades. What a feel-good message on the inside it here. It says focus on the good. That's nice. I think this is my last Angie Hot and Flashy brush that I'm using. I think I used everything today. Very happy about that. This is the A507, and this is an angled blush brush. And she specifically, again, designed these for mature women and how our needs are a little bit different than, say, somebody that's in their 20s, right? We all have different skin conditions. So I just picked up a little bit on the brush, about that much. And I usually start kind of right in the center here and push it right back into my hairline. Okay, so the brush is beautiful. And I like the color too. That's a really nice peach color. And I stop about halfway. I stop where, kind of right where my iris is on my eye, and I go up. I don't like to bring it down past that because I find it just kind of drags my face down, and we want to be lifting everything. All right, highlighter today, we're going in with the Makeup by Mario Soft Glow Highlighter. And I have this one in the shade Pearl. I've been buying more and more of the Makeup by Mario products. I think they are such a fantastic quality brand and very sleek packaging. It's almost like the Rare Beauty, very, very sleek. Not a lot of, you know, bells and whistles on it. Just a very sleek, and the feel of it is beautiful. There's a little mirror that comes with the compact. I like that. That's the shade right there. So very, very, oh, that's buttery. Oh my goodness. So that's gorgeous. Oh my goodness. Let's go in with, I have my Sigma. I know it's a different brush, right? It's the Sigma, the High Cheekbone Highlighter brush. And so we'll just kind of take it on that, tap it off, see how highlighted this is. Okay, so it's a nice highlighter. It's not overly like bam in your face. I don't like the ones that are really, really icy. I think there is one that's one step below that's more of an icier one, but I do like how this is more subtle. And I'll run it down my nose. That is a gorgeous, gorgeous highlighter. Oh my. Beautiful. And it has one of those magnetic closures. Oh, beautiful. Gorgeous. I've been slowly trying out the BK Beauty, the lip liners and lipsticks. And I wanted to try this one. I haven't tried this combo yet. I've been trying different combinations, but this one I wanted to save for this lip. So we're going in with the Everlast lip liner in Pink Lady. So they're just exquisite. They are a retractable lip liner, very precise, creamy, like very, very creamy. There's no dryness at all. And she designed all of her lip liners to coordinate with the lipsticks. So it didn't matter what lip liner you were using, it would go with any of the 5 shades of lipsticks that she has. And for the lipstick, I'm going to go in with the BK Beauty. This is Inner Beauty. That is the shade. Oh my goodness. Beautiful. These are so amazingly creamy. The formulation lasts. I was actually shocked the first time I tried these, and by the end of the night I still had like lipstick on my lips. I was shocked, especially for them being so creamy. You would think that they would wear off over the day. They're just amazing. And again, they have that, I'm always intrigued by magnetic closure stuff, so this one also has the magnetic closure, so like that feature. For setting spray today, I wanted to try out the Charlotte Tilbury, that Airbrush Flawless Setting Spray that everybody raves about. So this will be my first time trying it. I had picked up the 2-pack of it, and I think it's sold out right now. I haven't checked to see whether it's still sold out. This claims that it primes and sets your makeup for like 16 hours. And there's apparently supposed to be like no, your makeup's supposed to stay in place. There's no melting, there's no creasing. So let's give this a try. It's probably going to take me a minute to get the aerosol going. Oh, the scent. Oh, that smells amazing. Oh, it's like a very light, like a rosy scent, like a nice floral rosy scent. Oh, that's beautiful. Oh, nice. Well, we'll give this a try. All right, this is the completed look. And I am really, really happy with how everything has turned out, especially since I just went and did my hair, and I did a few other things before I came back on camera. And I'll tell you a couple of things that I'm very impressed with. One of them is the Fenty Primer, because what I was noticing on the lines around my face when I applied the foundation in my first impression video, it was already, because I did, if you watched it, you'll see that I didn't put any primer on. I usually don't do that when I'm doing a first impression. But right now, if you look around here, there is very little settling happening around my mouth area, which I am so happy with. Like, that didn't happen with my first impression video. So I am giving this all the credit, because this was such a hydrating primer, and it specifically does say like it's going to help with your fine lines and so that the makeup doesn't settle into those fine lines. So I am so happy with it. Like, I can't believe that looks so good around my mouth. That's where I always have foundation settling. A couple other things. So we'll just kind of quickly go through a little rundown as I have looked at my face now. Still really liking the foundation. I think it looks fantastic on my face. I like how it still looks hydrated. It doesn't look dry on my face at all. It hasn't settled into my fine lines, and it just looks good. It's just such a nice foundation. So I'm still very happy with the foundation. The concealer, I'm still keeping an eye on it. It's doing what it, what it claimed was it wasn't going to settle into my fine lines. It's not doing that at all. The only thing I can say is I can see a little bit of the darkness poking through where I'm quite dark. So the only thing I'm going to do the next time, like I mentioned to you, is I will use a color corrector, and then I will use the concealer and see how that goes. But for coverage, it's actually covering really nice, and it's making my under eyes look quite hydrated. So that part I am very, very happy with. It's just I would like it to be maybe just a little bit more coverage for me personally, because I do have a lot of darkness under my eyes. Next up is the eyeshadow palette. And I am really liking how it turned out. I think all the shades look beautiful. On my eyes, I love the pigmentation. I love the shimmer. The shimmer looked really, really nice. I think just overall how it blended, there's no patchiness to it. It's staying on. So I'm really, that's a beautiful, beautiful little palette. Tarte has very good formulation with their eyeshadow palettes. I've had several of them, and I have never had anything that wasn't good from Tarte on my experiences. So really enjoying that. The Sephora eyeliner, it's doing a great job. That waterproof formula in my I also put it in my lower lash line. I don't normally put dark, but I thought, well, it's here, I may as well use it. So I am really liking how it's looking in my waterline. It's staying true, so I'm really happy with that. I think the Buxom bronzer, I am so happy with the shade. I think it looks great. It's a really warm shade. It was very pigmented. Like all I did was a couple of swatches on my forehead and stuff, and it just gave me that warmth to my face, which I'm looking for. So this is a big plus for me. And I'm very actually surprised at the Catrice blush. I think it did a great job. This particular color I really like, because I do like more of those peachy tones on my cheeks. I think it applied beautifully, and it wasn't very like powdery or chalky for like a drugstore blush. So I really, really like that one. And the Makeup by Mario highlighter, what can I say? I think it is just so buttery, and it did such an amazing job on the high points of my cheeks. I love it. I think this is one of my first times ever using one of the highlighters, but he has such great products. So highly recommend that one. The lipstick and lip liner, I think are fantastic. I love the shade. I love the shade combo. Like I said, I've had it on for a couple of hours now, and it's still staying true. Hasn't smudged at all. Fantastic formulation. I know you guys are probably sick of me talking about them, but you know what? These are, in my opinion, these are the best brushes. So whether you get the regular BK Beauty brush set or the Angie Hot and Flashy, if you have older, mature eyes, highly recommend these ones. I mentioned it, I think, a few times in my video that she specifically made these for mature eyes. The bristles are so soft and gentle on your eye. They're not going to tug like when you go to do your eyes. They're not, some brushes, like when you go to use them, they kind of pull on the skin on your eye, especially if you have like a hooded eye or crepiness going on. And these did not do that at all. They just kind of went with my skin. So I am totally in love with these brushes. If you get a chance to try any of them, I highly recommend the brushes. And the last thing I used was the airbrush, the Charlotte Tilbury airbrush setting spray. I do really like it. I think it has left my skin really hydrated. But again, I've only had it on for a few hours now, so we'll see how the claim was 16 hours. So I'm curious to see if it will actually last that long. And quite honestly, I could probably have enough stuff to do another like a haul video. So let me know down in the comments if you would like to see like another like a haul. I have some drugstore items, some Sephora items, and I know it's going to take me a while to actually get to use them. when you're only doing one video a week, it's hard to catch up to catch up all the products. So let me know if that's something that interests you. I only want to make videos for you guys if you're interested in that sort of thing. And everything will be linked and listed down below for you guys to make it super easy. And if you're not already subscribed, I would love for you to consider subscribing to my channel. And don't forget to hit that little notification bell, and that way you're notified whenever I upload new videos. And make sure to give this video a big thumbs up. That also helps my channel out a lot. You can always follow me over on Instagram and Twitter and Facebook. I have all of those. Again, link is down below in the description box. And I just want to say thank you so much for spending part of your day with me. That really means a lot to me. I've always told you guys that I always think of you guys as friends out there when I'm talking to you. And even though I'm just talking to a camera, I feel like I'm talking to my friends out there. So thank you so much for watching this video and spending part of your day with me. And as always, I hope everybody has a great week and a great life, and I will see you all very soon in my next video. Bye!